Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about something incredibly important that often goes unnoticed until there's a problem. We're focusing on an organ that works tirelessly behind the scenes, your liver. Think of it as the unsung hero of your body, performing hundreds of vital tasks every single day without you even realizing it. Its health is directly connected to your overall well-being, energy levels, ability to fight off illness. When your liver is healthy, your body runs smoothly. But when it's struggling, the consequences can be serious and wide-ranging, affecting nearly every other system you rely on to live. The connection between our weight and our liver is a topic that deserves our full attention. In our modern world, where obesity rates are on the rise, understanding this link has never been more critical. Many people associate liver problems primarily with alcohol, but there is a silent epidemic growing that has nothing to do with drinking. It's called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and it's directly tied to being overweight or obese. This conversation isn't about shaming anyone. It's about empowerment. It's about giving you the knowledge you need to make informed decisions for your health and the health of your loved ones. Let's get started on this important journey together. To truly grasp why obesity is so harmful to the liver, we first need to appreciate what this amazing organ does for us. Your liver is the largest solid organ in your body, weighing about 3 pounds, and it's a powerhouse of activity. Think of it as your body's main processing plant, chemical factory, and detoxification center all rolled into one. It's responsible for over 500 different functions that are essential for keeping you alive and healthy. Every single thing you eat or drink, including medicine, eventually passes through your liver. It works around the clock, sorting the good from the bad, and making sure your body gets what it needs while getting rid of what it doesn't. One of its primary roles is metabolism. When you eat, your digestive system breaks down food into nutrients, and these nutrients are sent to the liver. The liver then converts these nutrients into substances the body can use. For example, it processes carbohydrates, stores them as glycogen, releasing it as glucose when you need a quick burst of energy. Another critical job is detoxification. Your liver is your body's ultimate filter. It cleans your blood by removing harmful substances, such as toxins, chemicals, and old red blood cells. It breaks down alcohol and many medications, converting them into harmless byproducts that can be safely excreted from your body. Finally, your liver is also a producer. It manufactures bile, a greenish-yellow fluid that is essential for digesting fats and absorbing certain vitamins. The liver also produces important proteins for your blood, such as albumin, which transports hormones and vitamins, and clotting factors, which are crucial for stopping bleeding when you get a cut. Now that we understand the liver's many jobs, let's talk about what happens when it's placed under the strain of obesity. When someone is overweight or obese, their body often develops a condition called insulin resistance. Insulin is a hormone that helps your cells take up sugar from the blood for energy. In insulin resistance, your cells don't respond well to insulin, so your pancreas has to pump out more and more of it to get the job done. High insulin sends a powerful signal to your liver, and the liver turns that sugar into fat. This creates a dangerous cycle. The liver stores this newly made fat in its own cells. Healthy liver, very little or no fat. Fat begins to accumulate, like a factory producing more goods than it can ship out. The storage rooms, liver cells, start to overflow. That fat is toxic to liver cells. It triggers inflammation and damages the liver over time, impairing the liver's hundreds of essential functions. Imagine your liver as a high-performance engine designed to run on a specific type of fuel. Obesity is like flooding it with low-grade, sludgy fuel. At first it keeps running, then it sputters and struggles. Internal parts get clogged and damaged. Performance declines dramatically. This is exactly what happens to your liver. Constant influx of excess calories, particularly from sugary drinks and processed foods, forces the liver into overdrive, converting excess energy into fat that stays where it's made. Fat accumulation isn't passive. Excess fat in liver cells, steatosis, sets off alarm bells. The immune system responds to stressed and damaged liver cells, leading to inflammation. Steatohepatitis. Inflammation tries to repair damage, but chronic inflammation causes more harm. Persistent inflammation paves the way for severe liver damage, scarring, and eventually a total structural and functional breakdown. The condition we've been describing, the buildup of excess fat in the liver not caused by alcohol, has a specific name: non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. This is the silent intruder I mentioned earlier. NAFLD is now the most common chronic liver condition in the Western world, and its prevalence is rising hand in hand with obesity. Type 2 diabetes is rising too. It's considered a silent disease because in its early stages, most people have no symptoms at all. You could have a significant amount of fat building up in your liver and feel perfectly fine. That's what makes it so dangerous. The damage can happen quietly for years or even decades. NAFLD exists on a spectrum. The initial stage is simple fatty liver, or steatosis, fat accumulation with little to no inflammation. For many people, the condition may not progress beyond this stage, but for a significant portion, it can advance to non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, or NASH. NASH is where inflammation and liver cell injury are present. Chronic inflammation actively damages the liver. That sets the stage for permanent and severe complications. NASH can cause fibrosis, scar tissue forming in the liver. Think of this scarring like a scab after an injury. Normally, a scab falls off as you heal. With ongoing inflammation, the scarring becomes extensive and permanent. More scar tissue replaces healthy tissue. The liver stiffens, and function deteriorates. That advanced scarring is called cirrhosis, often irreversible and life-threatening. Diagnosis often happens by chance. A routine blood test might show elevated liver enzymes, or an abdominal ultrasound for another reason could reveal a bright, fatty liver. Because it's often silent, many people don't know until it's progressed significantly. That's why awareness is crucial. If you are overweight or have risk factors like type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, or metabolic syndrome, talk to your doctor about your liver health even if you feel fine. Early detection can make all the difference. The health risks associated with a fatty liver don't stop at the liver itself. This condition can set off a dangerous domino effect. Flowchart: fatty liver linking to other diseases, heart disease, diabetes, liver cancer. For people with NAFLD, the most common cause of death is cardiovascular disease. Underlying issues: insulin resistance, chronic inflammation. These also lead to hardening and narrowing of arteries, atherosclerosis, increased risk for heart attacks, increased risk for strokes. The link to type 2 diabetes is incredibly strong. NAFLD and type 2 diabetes, two sides of the same coin. They often develop together. They make each other worse. Insulin resistance drives fat into the liver. A fatty, inflamed liver worsens insulin resistance systemically. That makes blood sugar harder to control. Vicious cycle. Poor blood sugar leads to a fattier liver, and a fattier liver makes it even harder to manage diabetes. Managing one helps manage the other. NAFLD can progress to NASH, then to cirrhosis, and the risk of liver cancer, hepatocellular carcinoma, rises. Cirrhosis is the single biggest risk factor for primary liver cancer. Repeated liver damage and regeneration can cause DNA mutations. Those mutations allow cancerous cells to grow and multiply. This can start from just a little extra fat. Progression can take many years, but the risk is real. Early intervention matters. Severe cirrhosis can lead to complete liver failure. A heavily scarred liver can't do its vital jobs. Toxins build up in the blood, leading to confusion and coma. The liver can't make the proteins needed to stop bleeding or fluid buildup. Jaundice, yellowing of the skin and eyes, appears when bilirubin isn't processed. At that stage, the only curative treatment is a liver transplant. Many of these outcomes could have been prevented or reversed with lifestyle changes years earlier. Let's paint a picture of two different lifestyles to see how our daily choices directly impact our liver's destiny. First, imagine a person who regularly consumes a diet high in processed foods, sugary drinks, and unhealthy fats. Their meals might consist of fast food, packaged snacks, and sodas. They lead a mostly sedentary life with a desk job and little to no physical activity. This lifestyle creates a constant surplus of calories and sugar. The body's systems are overwhelmed. Insulin levels remain chronically high, signaling the liver to work overtime, converting all that excess energy into fat. In this scenario, the liver cells become bloated with fat droplets. The organ itself may become enlarged and tender. Over time, this constant metabolic stress leads to inflammation, as the body's immune system tries to clean up the damaged fatty cells. This is the path to NASH. The person might not notice anything at first, perhaps just feeling a bit more tired than usual, or experiencing some vague discomfort in their upper abdomen. But inside, their liver is slowly being replaced by fat and scar tissue, putting them on a direct course towards cirrhosis, heart disease, and diabetes. This is the story of a liver under siege. Now let's consider a different story. Picture a person who prioritizes a balanced whole foods diet. Their plate is filled with vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats like those from avocados and nuts, and complex carbohydrates from whole grains. They consciously avoid sugary beverages and limit processed foods. This individual also makes physical activity a regular part of their routine, whether it's through brisk walking, cycling, or going to the gym. This lifestyle supports a healthy metabolism and maintains insulin sensitivity. Their liver receives the nutrients it needs without being flooded with excess sugar and fat. In this second scenario, the liver functions efficiently, just as it was designed to. It processes nutrients, filters toxins, and produces essential proteins without the burden of storing excess fat. The risk of developing NAFLD is dramatically lower. If this person already had some fat in their liver, this healthy lifestyle can actually reverse the condition. Weight loss, even a modest 5 to 10% of body weight, can significantly reduce liver fat, inflammation, and even fibrosis. This is the story of a protected, respected liver, one that is set up for a long and healthy life, supporting the vitality of the entire body. Your choices truly write the story of your liver's health. We've covered a lot of important information today, from the liver's incredible functions to the silent threat of fatty liver disease driven by obesity. Key takeaway: your weight directly and profoundly impacts your liver health. Rising obesity rates are fueling a silent epidemic: non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. NAFLD can progress from simple fat storage, inflammation, scarring, liver failure, cancer. This isn't meant to scare you, it's to arm you with knowledge to take control. The good news: you have real power to protect your liver. NAFLD is often preventable and sometimes reversible. The most effective treatment isn't a pill, it's lifestyle. Achieve and maintain a healthy weight with a balanced diet, regular physical activity, reduce sugar intake, especially from sweetened drinks, processed foods. Even small, consistent changes can dramatically reduce liver fat and inflammation. Think of each healthy choice as a gift to your liver. Opt for water instead of soda. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Fill your plate with vegetables. Those choices add up. You're fighting back against fatty liver disease. It's progress, not perfection. Make one small change today. Build on that success tomorrow. Worried about your risk? Talk to your doctor. They can assess your situation, run simple tests if needed, and help create a personalized plan for long-term liver health. Your liver works hard for you every day. Now let's work for it. Understanding the weight-liver link puts you one step closer to a healthier future. The journey is a marathon, not a sprint. Every step counts. Stay tuned. We'll dive deeper into what your liver does and reveal the worst foods for liver health. If you want to know about what your liver actually does to your body, or what are the certain worst foods for your liver, check out these two videos on your screen.